we're down to the final phase of my Micromedics kit. That's the internet connected pill box. This thing is gonna fit on here. These buttons keep track of when somebody opens a box. What I have to do yet is hook up the timer or clock, and also LEDs for each one of these boxes, so that'll light up when it's time to take a pill. So that means I'm running out of open ports that I can use, pins that I can use on the propeller. So I was playing around with a shift register and then realized that the Tymkrs shift me thing can probably do the trick perfectly. So the next thing to do will be wire the switches and the LEDs, which aren't there yet, to the shift me.
Cool. Looks like a lot of work.
It's been fun.
Cool.
How many IO pins do you got on that thing?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, there's definitely 19 that are here, where the last 6 are meant to be used for servos, but I think they could be used as I/O pins. And then the other ones are used for, because really I think there's like 31 altogether. The other ones are used for the XB and the SD card, and also for the VGA. I don't know yet if those could be used as regular, pins if you wanted to, but a shift register is going to be nice anyway, because what if you wanted to have more than one pill box? You'd need some shift registers in order to do that anyway.
Well,
That's okay. What is it?
it's part of a 2-liter bottle launcher.
Okay.
It's
So what do you,
in
that,
sort of
that all looks
pieces.
fancy.
Yep. So
You don't have to take it apart.
I'm actually putting it together.
Oh, well, okay.
You waiting on me?
So you slide your 2-liter bottle over it,
Okay.
lock the neck of the bottle in,
Yep.
pump it up to 100 psi,
Just
and
my
then pull the
help.
release.
Oh, cool.
And then they go,
Cool.
and they're gone.
I like it. Where'd you come up with the idea? Like-
Internets.
Oh, okay. Oh, the internets.
A lot of Cub Scout troops do it, I guess.
Okay, cool.
Usually they're not quite this fancy though.
I think, I told one of my coworkers about it, and they were like, is it going to explode when it goes up?
No.
And we're like,
Don't
no.
use.
And he's like, well, is it going to explode when it comes down?
No.
No. He's like, well, is it going to explode at all?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I think that's when you
don't
use the
think
term
so.
bottle rockets, people think of exploding fireworks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so.
I haven't found of a better name for it.
Well,
Nah.
because they're literally bottle and they're
A rocket.
bottles made out of
You're still
made into
processing.
rockets.
Use your own lathe to cut the metal.
Yeah. So I'm going
No,
back
she's
and
got
drawing what I did
She gave them to me.
4 weeks later. It's like, how did I make that part?
All right, Mr. Will. Camo Will.
Without camo.
Without the camo.
Anti-camo.
Yeah, what do we got here?
Someplace.
We have a pile of switches. The goal for tonight will be to get the propeller to read whether the switches are on or off,
Okay.
reading each of the pins.
It was
Okay.
on this thing, and
We've
I
got
took it
a
off.
modified doorbell plate.
Cool.
We drilled a few holes to mount these switches.
Yeah.
A couple other floating momentary switches.
Okay.
And a buttload of wires.
Okay. Cool. This is for the Micromedic contest,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Huzzah! More spin. Excellent. Thank you.
Alright, so Tim and I have been hacking on this thing for hours and hours and hours, just wiring up this contraption, seeing what we can see.
All the way since yesterday.
Yeah. And basically, I'm just using the prop off of this board here. He'll be using, what do you got?
I have
Prop
the-
BOE or something?
Yeah. Board of Education.
So he'll be using a Board of Education. I was just using mine because it was convenient. And we're not using this shift me. We're using this one, which is wired up in a sort of snake configuration out at the top, which is yeah, it's pretty bad. But this is a prototype. It's okay. So you explained earlier basically what the idea was, right?
Earlier, yeah. We have the the pill dispenser, and we're going to be able to detect when a person presses the button for a
Yeah.
particular day.
And whether or not the dispenser's in. So if it's taken out, they can sense that. And if any of those daily things
Well,
are...
those are just, this is just test code right now to test the lights, but they'll be independent when it's running, so that we'll say, oh, it's time to take a pill, and we'll turn on the light for that particular day and time, and then the light will come on and it'll go off when you open the button instead of...
Yeah. So the lights and the switches are completely independent. Right now the code is set up so that when you push this button, that light goes on. But
Right.
it actually will not necessarily do that. It would, I think you were saying it was going to light up the day that they're supposed to take that one. And then once it's been opened, then that light will go off and they'll all stay off until the next day. And then that next light will come on.
Exactly.
Cool. And that's just software from here on out, because these are not like just, these switches not powering the LED. It's completely done through magic.
Through the shift registers.
Cool. So we actually got some serious work done this week. Awesome.
Great, thanks.